Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a post here from the HBAR Foundation and I thought I'd share this with you. So, they say, we couldn't be more excited to announce a new chapter for 2025, as we appoint Charles Adkins as CEO effective January 1st, 2025, and will also be rebranding to the Hedera Foundation. This marks a pivotal moment for the Hedera ecosystem as we strengthen our commitment to the community, DeFi, and an acceleration of AI, tokenization, and digital identity. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper into this. As former president of Hedera, as well as key roles at Polygon and Aptos, Charles brings deep Web3 and leadership experience to the role of CEO, alongside a commitment to strengthen the Hedera ecosystem and community across DeFi, AI, DIDs, and tokenization. In 2025, Hedera Foundation will launch several initiatives to make DeFi more accessible, providing secure and straightforward tools for the management of digital assets. These initiatives aim to ensure that every user can engage confidently in the emerging financial landscape across the globe. Alongside this, central to Hedera Foundation's new strategy is the development of a transparent on-chain grant management platform, empowering the Hedera community to participate directly in the funding process, whilst aligning transparent project support with community needs and values. This year, the Hedera community and its ecosystem of builders have shown why Hedera is the best in-class network for enterprise AI, RWAs, and DeFi, and we couldn't be more excited to help turbocharge this activity in 2025 under Charles's leadership. Okay guys, so some real big things in there, and some things that, not so big, but let's get into the simple thing first and foremost. So the name change. I don't really see the point, if I'll be honest with you. I'm just gonna be completely blunt here. HBAR Foundation, Hedera Foundation, does it really matter? We know that they're both synonymous with each other, so, is it really like a thing that it's a big thing in terms of having to change the name? For me, I don't think it's that big a deal. I guess what they're probably trying to do is maybe they're trying to get away from the stigma of the HBAR Foundation, because obviously after the whole controversy with Shane Higdon, a lot of people was unhappy with the HBAR Foundation, right? And so they have got a bit of a tarnished reputation. So it wouldn't surprise me if this was more of a thing of rebranding to try and get away from that. And so they've got like a new name where that controversy won't follow them. Because, for example, if you do like a Google search on the HBAR Foundation, one of the things that would probably come up is the whole controversy with Shane Higdon, because I was there when that occurred, and like the community wasn't happy, and they were very unhappy with the HBAR Foundation as well. So, there was a lot of ruffled feathers and that kind of thing. And it could be that they're thinking, okay, let's just start afresh, go into this year now. Let's just move past all this and start afresh completely. So in that sense, I do understand the move. I guess it's just because the name is just changing from HBAR to Hedera, and it's just like, is that really necessary? But I guess if we think about it from the perspective of trying to shed away from the whole controversy that, smeared their name, then I guess I can kind of understand where they're coming from. But let's get to the more important thing. Charles Adkins becoming CEO. Very interesting. So, as they say, when Charles first came in, he was the president I think it was for the governing council, if I remember rightly. And so Charles has been in terms of like with Hedera for a little while now. And I'll be honest with you, I like this, and I'll tell you why. When the whole Shane Higdon controversy happened, right, there was a open letter to the community, and I covered this on my channel. I did a video about it, and it was written by Charles Adkins. And the thing for me that I respected more than absolutely anything was his honesty, because me as a content creator, I'm all about honesty, right? Like, I don't try and feed you guys like hype content or anything like that. I'm always just trying to be as honest and real as I can with you guys, right? And one of the things that he said in this open letter, he literally said this. He said, look, Hedera just hasn't been as adopted as we'd hoped it would be at this point. Now, for me, I was unsure what they meant by that, in the sense of, is it a thing of it's still doing well, but we expected it to be better? Or is it, hey, like, this just isn't picking up as much as we like it to, like, it's kind of more of a negative? I don't know, because it wasn't really clarified. So I don't know if it's like, yeah, it's doing good, but we had, like, you know, sky's the limit kind of expectations. We were shooting for the moon kind of thing. I don't know. Or is it, no, like, we was quite modest with our expectations and it's not even reached our modest expectations. I really don't know what the thought process was with that, but I just respected the honesty, because that's what we need. Like, for me, as an investor, I don't just want to be fed fairy tales. I don't just want fantasy, because to me, that's just going to lead to poor investment decisions, right? Like, if let's just say the house is burning down at Hedera, but then just telling us it's all good, well, then you're just waiting for it to, you know, the house of cards to fall down, right? And that's when you end up just losing money. So I'd much rather they tell us, hey, actually, just letting you know, there's a lot of bad things going on here, not sure if we're going to survive. At least then I can say, okay, I'm jumping ship. I don't want to stay here. I'm not going to see if they can work it out. I want to get out. You know, I can make that decision. I can make an informed decision. So I always respect honesty. So for Charles to have said that in the open letter, I just thought it was very honest, and I really do appreciate sincerity. I really do appreciate honesty. So for me, I respected him a lot about that. And, you know, he made a genuine commitment to try and, like, improve things. Like, he wanted to give more transparency to the community. He had, like, incentives to put forward things to try and build up a relationship again with the community. I can only respect that, right? Like, I heard the things that he was putting forward, and I was like, yeah, he's making a genuine effort here to try and, like, mend the bridges and try and, you know, restore trust back to Hedera and the HBAR Foundation. Like, fair play to that, you know, like, I could only respect that. And so he seems to me like a real genuine guy. And so, you know, like, with what happened with Shane Higdon, maybe he's the guy who we do need there, because he was someone who wanted to try and, you know, sort out the issues with, like, the pay, you know, when they was talking about how they get paid in HBAR and all that kind of stuff. Like, there was a lot of things that was questions going around that they wanted to try and get answered after all that controversy. And so he was someone who wanted to proactively, like, play a part in this. And so if he's there working as CEO, he's probably going to have a much better hand in, you know, how this all plays out. Do you know what I mean? Like, he can be more proactive and say, yeah, I don't think that's fair. Like, let's change that around, and let's, you know, change things here and change things there. Like, you know, we want to try and build up the community trust again. So we need to make some changes within the HBAR Foundation. You know, like, I think that's a very real possibility. And I think he's someone who's going to want to fight for that kind of stuff, because he does genuinely seem like someone who does believe in the community aspect of this project. And so I think that's a positive. You know, I really do think it's a positive. So I do look forward to just seeing what he can do. He seemed to have done a good job while he's around Hedera, you know, as the president. Like, I think he's done a good job there. So I've got faith that he can do a good job here as well. So I think this is a very big positive overall. And, you know, like, I think this is a good chance for them to try and move on from what happened. Like, the controversy with Shane Higdon, obviously it wasn't great. It didn't help. Let's see if this can start to kind of, you know, show them in a better light and try and show them that they are trying to proactively move past all of that controversy and, you know, try and move on to better things, because I think that's where they should be looking at this point. I think that's the best way to go. And I like the things that they're looking at, you know, DIDs, AI, RWA, DeFi, like, these are all very important aspects of Hedera that could bring a lot of value. So this is the kind of stuff that we want to help try and, like, you know, grow the ecosystem. So, you know, even the things that they're talking about there, like, I think, you know, great aspects of that, what they're focusing on, like, these are all things that are going to help bring value to Hedera. So yeah, overall, I like the look of this. Like, we'll see how things go. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, we just forget everything that happened before. We definitely watch with a, you know, a skeptical eye, but we have to give them a chance to see if they can redeem themselves, right? So, you know, I can't just kind of shun them at every turn they do and shut everything down that they try to do to mend bridges. Like, I've got to give them that opportunity to see if they can regain our trust again. So I'm open to seeing where it goes. I'm not saying I've just completely forgot about it, but I'm open to see how this works out. And I do think they've got the right person for the job, in my opinion. So, you know, positive news for me, in my opinion. So I thought I'd give you this update because it seems like it's going to be a big thing. And we'll see how it goes, but I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.